ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So reading from The Living Name by His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. So we are on chapter 6, Sankalpa, Transform Your Chanting, Building the Foundation. Since our spiritual life is the foundation for living properly in this world, proper chanting is not just a spiritual practice, but a fundament for our life. It is known that the higher you wish to build, the deeper and stronger the fundamentals must be. If the fundaments are not deep enough, the building will crash down. It's only a question of time. Thus, deep fundaments or deep spiritual roots are absolutely essential, as encapsulated in the proverb. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Chanting the holy name gives life. As discussed in chapter 1, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur puts it succinctly. In this material world, there are only two living entities, the individual soul and the holy name. Our task is to make the two meet. The previous chapters have detailed the moods and attitudes most beneficial to do this. This chapter summarizes the process. The mantra is the bow. Vedic verses compare chanting mantras to releasing one arrow from a bow. In the Mundaka Upanishad 2-3, we read, Pranavo dhano sarohi atma brahma tal lakshacham uchyate arpa arpamattena vedyayam sarvatam tanyamo bhavet. Om is the bow, the self is the arrow, the supreme person is the target. A sober person should make himself like an arrow. The same imagery appears in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada elaborates, when someone is purified, he gives up his bodily conception of life. That is, his false identity of belonging to a certain community, a certain nation, a certain society, a certain family, and so on. Then he takes the arrow of his purified life, and with the help of the bow, the transcendental chanting of pranava of the Hare Krishna mantra, he throws himself towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By dint of performing this heroic activity of devotional service, one receives the benefit of returning home back to Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 7:15-42 purport. Anyone who has absorbed himself in the chanting of the holy names during Kirtan has experienced something comparable to the gracious flight of an arrow. All of a sudden, one finds himself transported to another dimension where he feels spiritual clarity and the divine presence of Krishna. But this is no easy feat. Archery is a science. If one has a bow and doesn't know how to use it, one will never reach the target. I tried archery when I was young. It was complicated. First, you learn how to hold the bow and arrow, and then you take aim fully. Aim carefully. Next, you pull the bowstring backward with all your strength, and finally, you release the arrow without losing aim. The attempt works best when you perform all movements in harmony with your breath. The most important factor is to absolutely fix the mind on the target. Calm yourself and focus, and then fire the arrow. Once you learn the secret, you can't miss the goal. The same holds true when we wish to chant. We need to perfect the art. All those who chant the holy name in japa or kirtana wish to experience a relationship with the divine couple. We already have the means, the bow of the Hare Krishna mantra. We just have to learn how to chant it properly so that we can reach the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. The three main practices, using the analogy of archery, we can identify 3 steps to chanting. Take aim, make an effort, and let go. Take aim. See your purpose in the mind's eye. Every archer begins by taking precise aim. The chanter must do the same. Take aim and think, this is now my time with Krishna. I will worship him through the Yuga Dharma of this age, the holy name. He is my goal and I wish to connect him now. This kind of mindfulness is necessary when we call to someone and wish to attract his attention. If a child calls for his mother but is still preoccupied with playing with many toys, his mother will most probably not come and continue with her many tasks. She understands from the tone that his call is not urgent. But if the child is focused on his mother, she will interrupt anything and hurry over because she senses the right sound. Make an effort. Put every ounce of your energy into it. Just as the archer makes an effort to pull the arrow on the bowstring and then backwards with all his strength, a serious chanter also has to apply strenuous effort. Focus the mind, align the body, mind, and heart again and again, chant with an attitude of service, etc. You will have to bring your best self, your best efforts to the practice. Perhaps the most crucial effort is to avoid offenses against the holy name. These are born of inattentive chanting. Srila Prabhupada gave two recommendations for attentive chanting. One, you have to chant and hear. You have to chant with your tongue and hear the sound. That's all. Two, just try to listen to yourself chant sincerely. By this sincere endeavor, we show Krishna that we are eager to receive his mercy. And these are taken from Srila Prabhupada quotes. Let go, surrender. Try your best, and rest is up to Krishna. After conscious effort to take aim and mount the arrow, the archer releases on its trajectory. He cannot know for certain if the arrow will hit its mark, but he has to let go. Similarly, even if one chants with full attention, the individual cannot attain the goal merely by his own endeavor. Srila Haridas Thakur says, one must make an effort and then with an earnest heart, one should beg for mercy. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur reiterates, O Lord, your mercy makes everything easy. Therefore, I approach you and with heartfelt words, I beg your mercy. To take shelter of Krishna in this way is to surrender. The chanter has done what he can. Then he begs. The living name will take over and deliver the result. So this section is really giving us the exercise, giving us the mood, how we should be focusing while chanting. Really practical tip, right? So in the mind, it is really like the art of bow and arrow where you aim for the target. So here Maharaj is explaining very well that we have to think that there's only two living entities, that is the individual soul and the super soul. So we focus the target as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then we are the one bow, but the chanting of the holy names are the arrows that's going. So then when we target, and then we have to make sure that we are giving the full attention, the full focus. And this will not be like when we are multitasking, we are just not paying attention because we let the mind slip and let it go. But if we are serious that we have to hit all those arrows correctly, like an archer who is learning the skill, then it is really an exercise of the mind, because then we have to really focus on the Lord, make sure that we are hearing each of those mantras and be able to connect. Ultimately, what is our goal? Our goal is that we connect with the Supreme Lord. And we know practically too, right? Anytime we have had good quality chanting, is that when we are able to connect with the Lord. But other times when we are lazy and we let it go with the inattentive chanting, we know that the connection is not there. So that's really what the whole essence is of this section, is that how can we be now targeting to chant and then pay attention and then connect with the Lord. Hare Krishna.